When we're talking about the modern forehand, there's a lot of components that go into that modern forehand. Talking about good rotation, racket head speed, contact point, spin, but a lot of this will start with a pretty good grip. And I usually suggest most players, especially in the club intermediate level, to stay within that Eastern to slightly semi-Western grip. When trying to find this Eastern grip, there's a few different ways that you can find it. I mean, I've seen everything from people talking about just sliding their hand down to, I like to have my students actually put the racket in their belly button, the handle in the belly button, and just sort of comfortably grab it. You wouldn't grab it like this, you wouldn't grab it like this. This just keeps it somewhat neutral here. Plus, you get a feel for the correct wrist position, which is very important for a forehand. If I'm going to be able to make contact in front, I have to have my wrist laid back, but it should be comfortable. If I try and do this with a continental grip, it's awkward. If I've got too much of a severe Western grip, you can see I've got to be way out in front. So this gives me a good neutral grip. If you're still struggling on figuring out what type of grip you're holding or what grip you want to have, simple little trick is just to use a straw or one of the plastic stirrers, which you can actually hold onto the racket and even hit balls if need be. We talk about the number of the bevels and where the hand and the palm hit, but this sort of shows us in a simple way. If the straw is straight up, we know we have an Eastern forehand grip. If we go semi-Western, it's following the bevel, but you can see it's a little bit of a 45-degree angle if I have a semi. As I get more Western grip here, now the straw is more perpendicular. And if we were to get extreme, you could see the straw is almost pointing down. That would be a super extreme grip. Why I recommend most of my students to stay somewhere between that Eastern and semi-Western is it gives a player the most options of fitting their game style and trying to improve. It's easier to handle pace because I'm able to keep the ball a little bit in front with more of a flatter racket face. I can move up and play the ball a little bit more on the rise, and it handles balls sort of between my knees and my chest with ease. As I adjust my grip to more extreme, very difficult to hit a low ball. If I'm too much over this way, very difficult to hit a high ball. With an Eastern or semi-Western, I can play the ball right in through here with plenty of racket head speed. I'm able to hit enough spin to control the ball without having to let the ball drop and hit excessive spin. One of the disadvantages of the Eastern or semi-Western is playing a ball that gets up over my head. What I usually tell most of my students is don't allow the ball to get up that high. Move your feet up, try and play the ball no higher than your chest or shoulder so that you're able to drive through the ball. Don't let the ball get up too high. Move up, don't let the ball get too low. Try and play it between the knees and the chest. So in concluding or talking about the grips on the forehand, I think it's best to stay between that Eastern, semi-Western. It gives a player, when they're learning or looking to improve, the best chance to play the ball in the right position, best range of types of shots that I can hit with this, and in different positions in the court.